And we are streaming. Hello everybody to Tiles Confusion for the year 2021. Fresh start. Fresh intro music actually. I was quite surprised by that. Load of achievements which basically went into a sort of spam loop because I've not been on Soul since the last time we did this. How are we all doing? Are we ready for some gameage? There are 4 people in the lobby. I am happy to just start things off. We currently have Raylan, Prospero, and myself queued up. Hello all. Let's see if we can get a 4th. Or just listen to more of this music, because why not? Hello, Glazzy. How are the audio settings and things? Because I haven't really streamed since the last time I did this kind of setup. Hi. Technically, yes. In fact, absolutely yes, it's the first week of the season. Although, calling this a season is a bit silly. It's just a year-long event. There are a couple of rule changes, but only minor things. Firstly, the points scaling has been adjusted to 15-5, -5, -15 for this year. This is generally rewarding first place and even distribution from 2nd to 4th, with positional increases being worth about the same on each level. I think beforehand we had sort of a cutoff where first 2 was better than the bottom 2 by more of a significant margin. This will be doubling up to 30, 10, -10, -30 from July. Similar to how I did it this year. We went for about multiple different scoring systems, admittingly, but the intent was to double it up for the second half of the year. We also have head bump enabled. This is something I've gone back and forth on, but head bump was agreed to. I prefer head bump. We're playing head bump. So basically the first player to win in sequence will get the win if there are multiple winners. In the meantime, yeah, I don't think anything else has actually changed. So we'll see. In the meantime, oh yeah, the let's bring up the spreadsheet of Doom. Do I have time to bring up the spreadsheet of Doom? Yes, there is currently 1 name on it because I was guaranteed at least I would take part. But we have a new score tracker set up. I've set this up actually to have a maximum of 50 people currently because I keep having to extend it last year, which was a pain. So I've actually set it up for 50 from the start. And we shall fill that in as and when we actually get games started. We have 5 people watching the stream. We have 4 people apparently waiting in the confusion lobby. We have 3 players currently queued up. There's some math that's slightly wrong here, but I'll let somebody else work that out. Any newcomers? Well, I wouldn't know at this point. This is the first game. The only person I have Regan, who's definitely played with us before. So, we shall see. Also, I don't expect any newcomers for the first stream. I imagine this is just going to be people who are, oh, you're doing this again, from previous streams. We'll get newcomers as this becomes more of a regular thing going forward, which hopefully it will be. In the meantime, Prospero, how are things? Well, Prospero / Lazzy, I suppose, since you're both here. Doing well in lockdown 3. Yeah, same here. Pretty much. Such things can't be helped. Mind you, I was in lockdown before lockdown actually started because I moved up north to be kind of by myself. Also, worked remotely before that started up as a thing. It's a good thing too, because that was kind of a test case for everybody else doing it. Dinner is coming. I wish it was. I've already had dinner, but I wouldn't mind another one. What are you cooking us, Lazzy? Yes, I might join you for dinner, actually. That sounds like a great idea. This is perfect. In fact, we should all go. Eating some sandwich. Well, I mean, I've had worse dinners, so yeah, okay, I'm fine. Sandwich for me. What type of sandwich? Was it about a year? I don't know. That's I've removed most of the history from the thing, but I can at least track when things happen. I just have to unhide things. Yes, in case you're unaware, this is the end of the year score sheet. Score tracker. And then if we go right over here and unhide all of this nonsense. When did you start? You started around match 21 and you won your first 2 games. Well, I mean, if the pattern continues, Cairo has to come in and basically dominate for a little bit. That's clearly what's got to happen. Oh dear. Alright. Let's put that away for the moment. Well, I don't really want to switch from lobby to Sanma because then I have to do adjustments in all of the scorekeeping that I do in terms of the internal tracking. But we might have to consider some form of Sanma if we can't get a 4th player very soon. Karl is online, but I don't know what he's doing. Aegon is online, but he's currently talking about doing his news channel thing on another Discord, so I'm going to leave him to that. Let's see. Demo, Classy. Rise isn't around either. He would normally... Actually, no, Rise is around. He's playing Tabletop Simulator stuff and things. Oh dear. Maybe I should just go back to 5-dimensional chess for a bit. 5-dimensional chess is a good warm-up for Mahjong, right? Oh no, apparently my wife is on the way. Okay, that'll be fine then. So we will have a 4th player once my wife turns up. Yeah, that was a minute or so ago, so we'll give it time to just join the lobby and we'll sort things out. Oh, I haven't put any formatting on this spreadsheet, I've just realised. Oh well. We'll worry about that when the score tracker starts off. Hopefully, though, I've calculated the win calculations correctly, and if I haven't done, I will do that before we actually get round to marking this darn thing. Hiya, Debbie! Get in the lobby! We need you! Sounds good. Be careful of the flurry of achievements you tend to get when you start this up these days. Oh boy. Confiscate a bottle of jam, please. I can't confiscate the bottles of jam. Can't be done. I mean, to be fair, the jar jam we were given jar jams for Christmas, so you know we do have jam available. We just have to hope it's the right kind of jam. That being said, if I'm carrying over the luck from the last time we did this, which was the free-player Washizu. If you've not checked out the free-player Washizu game, I'd just go on a bit of a luck-filled rampage there. So, with a luck balancing theory, I'm due for a bad couple of games. We'll see. Ultimately, it'll just matter. The only thing that will matter is can I actually mitigate my bad luck and play okay anyway. Kung Pao Debbie has arrived. We are starting, so the epic music will fade out and we will go into Again, that feels loud to me. Nobody's commented on it at this point, but we'll see. Anyway, let's play the first Mahjong game of 2021 tournament. Usual rules, prefer you to be muted or just pause the stream while this is going on, though you are more than welcome to continue to chat in the chat box. Chat box is open if people want to comment on any moves. Just be aware of that, and I may have to remove things if they give away information in regards to what my hand currently is. That being said, if you want to ask me decisions after they are done and everybody can see what they are, I might be able to explain things. Starfall has just woken up. Hurrah! Well, you might be able to join game 2 then. So, Rigdon on the left, we have sitting north, Prospero to our right. We have started with 2 sequences and Dora. Well, let's see. Gonna play our wins here. I know we could technically play with dragons at this point, but it's fine. Ultimately, 1 each. And actually, I guess on that basis, South would have been better to just nab. So, let's see. This is a good Tanyo attack, if nothing else. We can luck into the free pin, luck into something connected here, get a pair of something. We'll see. But it's potentially a very quick attack. Well, we'll keep up with that then. So, Tanyo established. Tanyo Sanchku, potentially a thing here. Alright, Debbie calls a dragon. So we can go, if we can go 5 pin, toss for 2, pair up either that, or the 6, then we have Riichi Sanchku. Pair of 4s though. I mean, it's no Sanchku, but it's not the worst. So I'm actually going to work, I'm going to go into this. So we have our pair. If we draw a 3, we can go into a 4-1 weight. If we go 3, we can go for a 3-sided weight there, which would be ideal. 3-sided potential Dora weight. Might lose Tanyo, but hey. If you're a 5, we could go into a single 3 weight for that. Okay, pair drop, unfortunately. Yeah, drawing a 5 still means we'd probably just go Riichi there. Riichi waiting on the... Okay, it's a double call from Devi, so we've got to be aware of the quick attack here. So, likely Honitsu. Could be Chanta, could be anything. White Dragon leading. We can follow up with Reds for the moment. Alright, Raydown has Double Ton. That also gives us Tenpai. So we could be Tenpai just waiting on the 2-man, which I think we're going to take. Call for Tenpai, it seems like a good idea here. So this is just Tanyo, Dora 1. Gonna switch because one's already out, so this maximizes our odds a little bit. Alright, so Debbie is just going for a leading white dragon, so that lowers the risk of things. No need to call that. 6 seems a little risky here. So we're gonna go into the 2-sided weight, 6 free. Free has also been played by Debbie, so we might be able to run around things. If Debbie has got a hand, though, it's probably cheap. Riidan's Double Ton Dora is a bit more of a worry. Played a CG. It's possible they wanted the edge side of it, but... But we'll take the Tanyo Dora 2000 to become dealer. A lot of attacking going on with that. So we'll just see. I mean, a call for Tenpai is never a bad thing. Debbie obviously might have overcalled. Rigadan, we had to assume, was probably Tenpai, and we're just able to hold on to safe tiles until such time as we could win, which sometimes is all you need to do. Anyway, we'll leave the 9 pin, and then we'll see. But first strike is ours. Well, that's unfortunate. We have additional pairs. We've got to have 3 pairs, so just getting rid of second 9 is always going to be what we want to do there, rather than keeping it for anything. It's isolated in hand. Hello, Rise. Alright, we'll follow the white. And we shall see. This is a bit of a slow hand, unfortunately. 1 East played, 1 Green played. So, okay, so, and we just got the white as well. Okay, so this is a bit slow for a dealer hand, unfortunately. Let's see. Okay. Could still potentially keep the green as a thing. If we don't get the Yakuhai, though, this is going to be awkward to get anywhere at this point, unless we can nab a triplet down the line. But their opening 2 moves not doing anything wasn't helpful. We'll play white at this stage. Just keep on the town pin hand. Or town pin plan, if nothing else. We're not that far away from it now, actually. I'm just having Tenpai with this. 2 runs, potentially a 3rd run here. So, Friso for a pair weight. Or pairs into a Friso weight, I guess. Which as dealer we would take turn 7, because it wasn't looking likely earlier on. Interesting. Well, I say interesting. It doesn't actually help us a great deal here unless we can... I suppose if I do a... No, it doesn't really change anything, actually. Because we can't do enough to be getting any benefit out of having this. Pair of 9s, though. Well, it's 2 safe tiles. I think is what we'll consider that. I mean, maybe I could have got rid of the edge for another pair, but we'd need to triple up at some point. So I'd prefer to be waiting on the dodgy tile here. It's the Dora indicator, so there is 1 less of it. And again, we go into another pair. Well, now it's just looking like we are going to be in that pair weight. Alright, second Friso. Okay. That is a win for Debbie. Pinfu red 5 only. 2,000. I'm surprised she kept that... I'm supposed to get that silent. No, I threw a free man earlier. That was never going to be Nageshi. I'm surprised she didn't go for that. Alright, she picked up 2,000 points though. Silently kills my dealer turn. I can't say I'm too upset because while I was Ishanten, I wasn't in a good Ishanten by any stretch. So we've just survived the round. So 30k game then. Situation basically unchanged. I'm still 2,000 points ahead of the chase. But obviously different player back there. Player West hoping for the repeat. Didn't happen. And now we have the curse of Vidora Green. No, we're probably going to follow up on the 9 pin. Since it is isolated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks technically with the green dragon by itself. Well, 1, 2, 4 doesn't really change anything, so we'll just get rid of the 1 there. We still need the 3 to be useful. 89 on the edge is slightly more valuable. Play another West. Yeah. Okay, 1 down. Play the middle 5. We don't need it for the moment. So, a couple of closed bits. If we can fill one or either of those up, that'd be a big help. Let's get rid of one on this side. Okay, so if we've got the 135, I'm going to get rid of the 7-9. Still a marginal chance that we can do some Sanchiku. I've got rid of the 1 actually, so no, Sanchiku is not going to be a thing. East, we're going to keep. Leave that for the moment. Still in the East round, and East has not been played. I'd rather hold on to it rather than give somebody some tempo advantage here. If we went in the second row, it might be happening, but... Okay, so Debbie's the one who gets the tempo. Good draw. Okay, so we don't have to play East yet. We can always wait on East and try and play more risky things. Unfortunately, we now have definitely got to worry about what Debbie's doing, so we've got to play safe now. Beforehand, we were still playing out for it, but against 2 calls, you have to consider tempo. So, we'll play our East at the moment. We can potentially risk the 2-man. It's not a definite, but she has played on the 2-5-8 octave, and she played an early 1. Not great things to indicate it, and the 2 is definitely safer, but an option, potentially, if we get the chance to go into the single green pairweight. Problem is, I can't really throw any of this. She called a Sozi tile, suggesting it is. She's played 3-2, which means 1-4-7 is our likely octave. Maybe it isn't. There might be the one chance to actually get rid of this, but we don't know that we're going to get that luck to do it. I think we're just out of this hand, I've got to be honest. Okay, well that means it would be safe to do it, but I'll follow up for now on that 1 pin discard. Prospero looks like possibly folding to this now. Or just a pair to get around things. 1 north has been played. She's sitting south, it isn't her wind. But equally, can I even do anything from this position? I don't think I can, so I think we're out. 5 draws to go, we're out. We'd go into a green dragon pairweight only as pretty much our best option, so it's not as if we're giving up a great hand for this, but if we had a pair of greens, this would be attack, but we don't. And it's a 30k game, so I'd rather have the draw happen. North has passed, which is good. In fairness, North is my win, so in theory I should be the only person interested in it, but you never know sometimes. And yeah, I think that's saying if we'd attacked, we'd have probably got... I'll keep a 9. We still don't have this. Alright, silent sumo. So, simple sumo Ipego. Puts Ragadan into the lead, us into second place. It is still a 30k game. But he was able to advance in a much more neat pattern than I was because he didn't have a green dragon hindering him, unfortunately. Alright, so Debbie's dealer turn, starting in 3rd place. 3,000 points down, though. One big hand could still win this, or at least change the game slightly. So it's whoever can pull off a Mungan first. I guess the worst thing for us is going to be double South Rigadan, given that that's Mungan definitely. So hoping we don't draw a South late in the game. For now, though, hand's reasonable, but not very valuable. Okay, so Rigden's considering quick attack here. So there's two possible explanations for this. How much money you lost in Mahjong gambling? The only Mahjong gambling that I've ever known about was on Mahjong Time, and I didn't play that, so none. So Rigden, we reckon, is going to have a quick attack to be dealer. We unfortunately have a terrible hand for going against this. He might have quick attack because he's got a pair of souths. And if he's quick attacking for a pair of souths, this is a big threat and a big worry here. So I might be overlooking into this, but I think given one call has been made instantly, very quickly, gotta consider that he's at least got Yakuhai and in, so... And given that red and green are both passed, it's either White Dragon, which I hope it is, White Dragon Honitsu, quick attack to become dealer, or it's South. And if it's South, we got problems. I can't even really aggressively go for that. Double run, 2 pairs though. Well, 2 runs and 2 pairs. So, developing. Possible Itsu as well, I guess, although most of the 8s have gone. And even one white, so he's got South. So, now Reganans is going to be better. He's got South Honitsu, or at the very least, he's got South. Pair of 9s. That actually is not ideal for us, but we'll take it. 9s are likely to be safe given that there's 3 8s out. Not definitely safe, admittingly, but safe enough. And I think here... 3 and 1 have both been played 1, so whichever way I'm going to have a bad weight, but... Alright, are there shenanigans I can try and pull here? Probably not. I think our best bet is hope to get a 4 and then go into a 1-4 weight. We at least are trying to indicate a threat here. The slow 6-5. But our pair weights are already disappearing. Thankfully, it's 2 safe tiles to rig them, so there's that. What we need to draw is a 4-man here. Yeah, possibly it's 2. So we can play our safe tile here. It's a Dora. It's a Dora. So basically there are 3 additional Dora, 1 in each colour, which are the red 5s. There's a singular red 5 in each colour, which is worth 1 Dora if you win. Okay, fair. We got the free so we can just play that for safety right now. I was holding it more for Rigden at this point, but knowing 9-pin passes, I think that's our next play. Can draw an 8-pin and Gi and Tenpai on the 4 at this point as well, which doesn't give us a lot of benefit. Okay, actually that's fine. So that means we can go into a 7-1 weight if we draw 1 more. So still Yishanten. Well then. We're gonna play this Yakulas for the moment. There are 2 4s played. They are both his tiles, admittingly, but I don't think we can reach against this for only 2 winners. Reach and 2 calls. I think we're gonna stay silent here and just see if we can play around it. A 6-pin is not safe against that board, so we're gonna 5 it. Yeah, if he's on a dot tile, 3-6 is the only vein that's left to him. There's a little cowardly, I'm not going to deny that, but I feel this is probably still the best way we want to go here. What's that 1 post reach? I'm trying to work that out. Oh god darn it, we're back here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, back in Tenpai for the 4. Yeah, I didn't realise this, but the 6 was actually safe. If I'd been tracking better, I'd have known that at this point. Still, we didn't draw the 4, and that's the only way we can win right at this moment anyway, unless the high take comes off. So if we get a safe draw, we're still Tenpai. Or we can just Sumo it. Sumo only. Sumo Dora. That's Unexpected, but it wasn't a good reach, even if we were to go for that. Hey, sometimes 30k games happen. I'm perfectly fine with the events of that hand. Because it would have been a lot worse if I'd have dealt into what I still imagine. I'm going to put money... Actually, I can't put money on it. No, let's not put money. I have no money to spend. But if I was the sort of person to put money on things, Regden having at least a pair of Souths is something I would put money on. Based on the fact you made that call very early and all the other Yakuhai were done. I sumoed. So the Yaku I had was sumo. Basically, no calls, all 14 tiles, complete a hand. So that is what I had. It was... I couldn't win off anybody else discarding that tile. I could only win it if I drew it myself. And I felt that was an unlikely thing, even if it was safe to Prospero. I don't feel a middle four in this position late game is something that's going to come out of people's hands very easily. So I considered it dead unless I randomly drew it. I was just staying in Tenpai while I had safe tiles to discard. And even then, I kind of misplayed that because I played the 6 dot later than I should have done. I should have stayed in that Tenpai for longer. It could have screwed me up, in all honesty. But I didn't register that the 6 dot had come out after the Riichi. Thus making it safe. We are Ishanten already, which is awesome. Potentially a 1-4 wait if we can draw the 4. If not, we're in a closed 4 wait. But early enough that I'm happy to do it. Yeah, sure. So this doubles up our 1-4 weights. Potentially we got a Sanch Q here as well, I think. Yeah, if we draw a 4-man, we can go into free Riichi and go from that. Yeah, 2-3-4 is much better than 1-2-3 in our eyes here. So yeah, if we actually draw a 4 or a 7, then we can go into a 1-4 with potential Sanchku. I'd even potentially call for it as well. Call Sanchku, draw a 1. I mean, it fits the theme of current hands, but calling to be Tenpai is always a good idea. So if we do get the chance for Rigden to call a 1-4 or a 7, so, or a 4-man, we're going to do it. Wouldn't call a 1-man, though, but... if you can avoid commenting on the very specifics of my hand until after the events are known, that's fine. I kind of went over the usual sort of stream rules, but just be aware that people who are playing with me have the stream muted and minimized. They are, however, allowed to talk in the chat if they want to. But that's just something to be aware of. They can read the chat. They're allowed to do that, so don't give away specifics of what my hand definitely is. You can be excited for my hand, absolutely. And I don't mind if it gives away a potential Yakuman chance. Just... as long as you're avoiding these specifics, it's fine. And you can certainly ask me questions about things that have already happened that no longer have any bearing on things. Especially if it's something I could actually just talk to you and state what my solution is, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's it. The basic rule is, if I can talk my philosophy to you, then I can answer your questions. So you can feel free to ask, but, you know, just don't type anything that's going to be specific to my hand. This is awkward. This is annoying, because I've got a good hand here. Friso won't pass. I'm deliberately using my thinking time here. So we got 4-2, that will definitely pass as well. I don't think we can even do anything with this. I'm going to play 4-2, hope to go into probably a double pair weight Tanyo and see what happens. Is that it? Somebody can call that. Okay, interesting. So that helps the Tanya side of things. If we can get a 4, we can still do it, but that is a sumo from Prospero. Near Mangan. No, it isn't. Ignore me. 4 hands. Alright, so the game is equalized again. Prospero has retaken. We are now into our dealer turn. South 2, 27-7 the top score. And this is a terrible hand. This is abysmal. One Dora, though. Alright, let's go 9 to start with and hope we can pair up a dragon to start fixing this mess. Oh, jeez. Just what I want in a close game where somebody else has built momentum. My dealer turn to be terrible. Come on. Repeats, come on. Can't see winning hand. From previously, or you just can't see how I can win with this? I mean, I've already given up Hokushi and Nageshi as a losing battle because, you know, there definitely wasn't a Hokushi and Nageshi hand. I'll review that going forward when the bad luck continues. I don't think it's anything changed from previously. This is how I've had it continuously as it's gone, so it's something I've always blocked. I'll next time there's a winning hand, I'll just observe it, but I can make minor adjustments if I need to. Oh dear God, this is terrible. Oh, what is this? This is not... somebody's going to win, it's going to be a big hand, and it's going to be sumoed. And I'm just going to call to last because somebody finally hits that big hand. Oh dear. I don't even have any tempo that I can try and pull off. What can I even call for this to try and adjust things? I mean, I've got a called Itsu, and that's about it. And if you know enough about the game, you know called Itsu is not the way you want to be playing the dealer turn. Even bluffing. And I know Prospero tends to attack anyway. Prospero's calmed down a little bit in recent games, I have to be honest. But he does have a tendency to over-attack things. Debbie is a reasonable player, but she has a tendency to over-attack as well. I'm not sure on Rigdon. I don't think I've played enough games with him to know how he's doing. But based on what I've been able to observe, he seems to be playing sensibly. So I don't feel that if I think Rigdon's the only person I could bluff off the pot if I decide to start calling. Problem is my discards seem 7 pairsy. Anyway, hello Mono, you are watching Disaster. I'm in a winning position and this is my hand 7 turns in. This is not pin. Mono, by the way, is currently our reigning champion. We currently only have Starfall queued up for another game, which I've not been observing. I do apologise for that, but if we did want to get a second game started, that'd be fine. I should have gone Nageshi, I've got to be honest. I should have just gone for it, but it would have been a terrible idea. It would have worked, but it would still be a terrible idea. Alright. White Dragon also not good, but there's still a potential. I could draw a pair of that and help out. If I get this hand to Tempai and be able to reach, I'm going to be ecstatic. Oh, Debbie middle 5. Oh, that's the indicator. The possible Itsu is on, though. The possible Itsu is back. Come on, give me that free pin game. You owe me something for this hand. You owe me that free pin. Come on, free pin. That is a 9 pin. Oh, good darn it. Alright, we're going to risk the white here. It wasn't a guaranteed safe thing, but neither is the 9 at the moment. 8 is not safe. I could play 7 and cut. I could play 6 and cut. I'm going to risk 9. But I think after that cut, we're going to hope for a draw. If we don't get some big help from people. We are getting no help from anybody. Well, we have 2 safe tiles. Unless Prospero's dealt in, which would have been fine. Prospero dealing in here is fine. Didn't happen, though. Alright, well, we're going to throw the freeze, hope so that the 8 can be saved, proven safe at some point. Draw the free, reach, Itsu, Pinfu, win. That's clearly the route to victory here. And given how this hand has gone, I am amazed. Given everything here. 3 more draws. We can still do this in 3 draws. This is still doable. Yeah, it's doomed optimism, but this is how I tend to play the game. Doomed optimism. It's still possible. It's See, 8's safe. Another safe tile. Okay. Another safe tile. Deal in. Okay. Not ideal. Prospero then takes the win, or the lead. 2 to go, and he got a manga. But I didn't lose any points, so... Oh boy, that was rough. Come on, Mahjong gods, give me a hand that can actually do something, please. 2 to go. Hand that can do something. Okay, it's better than the last one. South, potentially. Always like having a middle triplet. We'll see. Alright, start with a 1-man. So potential carnage available if we get that point. I mean, we're only a Mungan down. Mono also, by the way, our champion has a tendency to go for hands that are just not on. I think he's tried a Kokoshi starting from 5 before. But, to be fair, the way he tends to run it is he'll do that until it becomes impossible and he's got safe tiles till the end on a hand he wasn't going to win anyway. So, it works. Alright, Debbie's gone double south with that call. It was worth forcing it early, as it always is. We, however, are looking good here. I hope to draw a 5, just give us the multi-sided weight availability, but... I mean, the game is making it up to me now. It is really making it up to me here. We got a potential multi-sided weight depending how this goes. Bah. Okay. Is Debbie on a quick attack? Okay. So I think that's the one thing. If Debbie calls a second time, we've got to be worried about her and what she's doing. But taking a double south to become dealer is never a bad thing, in my opinion. Come on. Nope. Hatsu. One pin, 5-so, 6-so, 7-so, 8-so. There's lots of options here. Come on. I would assume so. I thought we finished the deadlight, I've got to be honest. I will review that and ask later, but if they can't find it, it might not exist. Alright, come on. So many things to help us here. I mean, that's the worst of them. Do I want to take Kempo on a closed 5? It is Vedora. Alright, if I don't take this, well, how do I improve the hand? I need to... I'm not going to take this. I'm going to see if we can improve it. I mean, if we draw a 5, we just naturally get it, and that's a disappointment. I'm hoping to draw a 7 or a 6, I think, here. I don't know. All right, we're gonna reach. We'll put some pressure on the table here. If they have to throw a door, they have to throw a door. I don't like the move, but I feel I don't have a choice but to try it at this point. The worst thing for us in terms of winning is to allow Prospero a chance to extend his lead. I suppose we're risking going into a 2-hand hand from Debbie, but... Suji Trap? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm happy with the 1-turn delay on it, because there were ways to improve this to be a bigger weight for us, I think, but... But I have a feeling this is going to end in a draw if it's going to end anywhere, or somebody else is going to pick up a win. I abandoned Ni no Kuni. I kind of did, although in fairness, it was because Ni no Kuni is a grind fest of the difficulty I was playing it on. I massively enjoyed it and I finished it, but yeah, I think I had visions of mini multi-sided weight coming up. I mean, even drawing number 7 would have given us something quite interesting, but it's fine. We've reached. We'll see what happens. 5,000 ahead of third. It's a dodgy position, but I don't really have a reason not to go for it now. Reach Sumodora, free Han, most points off the dealer. I can live with that. I mean, I've been doing that all the time, so it doesn't matter. That's how I do things. I also don't care about videos and search engines optimization a lot. Oh, have I dealt into a Hanitsu here? Okay, I haven't. I just suddenly had the fear looking up that I might be... I've got nothing I can do now, but, you know, Honitsu and Double South would be awkward. Oh well, last draw. Is somebody going to risk a Dora? I don't think they will, but you never know. That's close. Debbie's in Tenpai then. She, but yeah. Okay, well, I pick up a draw, gain a 4,000 point tempo, so 5,000 points in the last hand, free hand. Free hand for victory. Well, she's obviously folded, although I'm surprised the 4 was a fold move. Maybe she just had knowledge of the board of what was safe at that point. This seems reasonable. I need free Han. Can get the 1 pin that gives us one of them. Well, let's see. Shah, Dora, Reach. Debbie's on the quick side. I mean, actually, in fairness, Debbie winning a reasonable amount would be fine here. If she could take the points off Prospero. As long as she doesn't go... Well, as long as she doesn't go more than 3 Han, I think we still go into another hand, so... We'll see. Gonna keep it safe to half at the moment. I suppose we've also got Honitsu as an option here, given how many of these we got. But slightly diminished because White Dragon isn't... We're not going to be able to pair the White Dragon. Dora. Alright, Honitsu it is then. Yeah, Honitsu Dora is our attack to take the game at this point. So yeah, we'll do that. Trying to think if there's anything else we could do here. I mean, there is Chinitsu as an option, but I don't want to aim for that if we... Oh, maybe I do. Who knows? No, we're definitely not aiming for that now. Oh boy. Alright, so we need Prospero to deal in. We have a Suji. The free is really terrible against this. White Dragon is a safe tile. And we keep drawing Sozi tiles here. Probably, well. My human tech challenge. No, I kind of stopped doing that. They got to the grind point as well. Ah, Debbie's dealt in. That's game. Wasn't big enough hand, so I think it's just going to be a trade of positions there, and we'll finish second. Well, I'll take second. It's fine. So, 50k is gap. Prospero takes the first win of the stream. We go 4-9, 14, and 29 down. Okay. We have a game! Da-da-da. Yeah, Brigden's a good player. Alright. So, Starfall hadn't been playing previously, so that's fine. He can go in. Mono can go in as well. I might take a game off and do some observation. So I'm going to start that off, and I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll do some observation. We have 7 people apparently in the lobby. If we can get the second game started off, that'd be awesome. But we shall see how that goes. So, totally not a prepared screen, unfortunately. It's a silent screen. I'm just going to take a quick break, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Right, I return to epic music and stuff and things. Okay, so currently we only have Debbie queued up. We'll just see. Actually, I can't watch from queued up, sorry. Actually, I suppose there's one thing I should do while we're here. Let's have a quick look through the logs. So, which hand was it? Wasn't Rigged in Sumo. I think it would have been Prospero's win here. No. Which one was it? This one? Nope. Ace 3. There we go, this is the one. So I had Regan on a pair of Souths and he had them. That's what I was trying to find out. He did have the pair of Souths and that's why we went for the early call. So I predicted that right. I'm happy with that. My called shot was correct. Alright. We do have 8 currently people waiting. However, I'm going to be watching this game if we don't do anything else. 80 seconds to go. And if we do get 4 people, then we will start another game off. I finished second. Prospero picks up the only Mungan plus hand of the game, so was able to just take the victory at that point. I finished in second. Yep, I can see you're queued. I know you're queued. I have the full list of who is queued, but it's only 2. Hence why I'm doing an observation round. Pro Reach! And in about 5 minutes, we'll find out what that's about. I'm going to have to turn this off because this music is too epic for Mahjong, apparently. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Come on. 3 to 1. Let's do some observation. I also did not. Oh, also, it would help if I'm actually watching the thing. There we go. Fine. Okay, there we go. Somebody could have nudged me on that one. Okay. Let's have a look at what we are working with. So, we are sitting behind Vidila, as is tradition when we do these. So, Starfall with a very good, strong start. Looking like good Pinfu Sanjiku, potentially. Rigadan, Paracelsus in his own way. In his own seat, which is fine. One Dora, a little bit disjointed, but not the worst starting hand you could ask for at that point. Prospero looks like they have a monster up top, and 2 completed sequences already. One Dora, potentially a big hand there. And what has Mono got? Mono has got a Sanjiku dealt to him, and is already Ishanten on turn 4. I think the starting from 0 is not going to affect Mono in the slightest based on that. Oh, jeez. And he's paired up with 7s as well, just for additional things. So that might... Well, probably won't force him to Sanjiku, actually. He'll just use that as a thing. Possibly get rid of the 5, depending on what he gets off that. But yeah, Sanjiku secured. Sanjiku Dora secured. Probable Pinfu if we can get anything connected. Jeez. Prospero at least might... Well, no, Prospero is still 2 away, so yeah. Jeez, I thought the Starfall Sand was good before we started this, and officially it is. It's just, yeah. Wow, Mono's luck is in at times. Okay, what do you want to do here then? Gets rid of a 7. I suppose that the only downside of this, if you can call it that, is if he goes for double... No, actually, I suppose it doesn't really. He can double pair and still get the Sanjiku, so yeah. He just loses Pinfu, which I don't think he's going to care about at this point. Indeed, drawing the correct tiles is exactly the skill you appear to have. As I've said before, Mahjong is about making your luck work for you. When you get the luck, you need to win. If you can't do that, then you're not playing Mahjong well. When you got the bad luck, it's about not losing. You just got the other side of it now. You just got to win with this hand. If you don't win with this hand, I mean, you haven't played it well. You've wasted your luck. Well, we'll say this game then. Spoilers, of course. Alright, Prospero has a possible Itsu up top, which would be on a single 5-pin after that point, I think, if he gets the 8. Either that would be waiting on it, or he can go in for it now. So 147 Sozu weight. With free Dora, you gotta go for that. He's gone for the single 9 rather than the 147. Which clearly would have been a deal in had he have done the 9, although would you still have reached a 4 probably? And you would have taken that, he got the Simo as well. So, alright, slight misplay from Prospero, I think. At least he's got a reason to wait on the 9. He's not for a 10 or anything, no, it doesn't seem to be, and that's the deal in. I have to say, that's a misplay, I think. I don't know where he timed out. There's always that, because I don't know the timings or anything, I just have the game as it's played. It's possible he just timed out and didn't realise that, but jeez. You give him the Mangan straight away. I've got to be slightly upset about that. Oh well. Let's follow Rigaden then for game 2. So Rigaden starting with 2 completed sequences, potential Chanter, potential Sanchikyu then, I guess. Prospero, pair of Norths, 1 Dora, and it's not too bad actually given everything. Mono's hand also looks Chanterish. 1 completed sequence, couple of pairs, and what staff we're working with. 1 Dora, bit of a disjointed hand. Oh, there's loads of them have joined in, but yeah, indeed, Malibu Barbie. She's been around for a while. I'm fairly certain that's what Mono was using towards the end of last year as his avatar. Also, we're still waiting for one more person if somebody does want to start up so we can get a second game going. Just saying. Oh, God damn it. Normal spaceships. Also have to get the chat back up. But they're cool spaceships. They are indeed cool spaceships. I do like Battle League Gothic, as people are vaguely aware. I should probably play the first game at some stage, but anyway. Let's do some actual analysis. Oh, okay, so Mono's just on a flyer. No, I'm aware you're lined up in the lobby. I can see who is. We just need one other person to join us and we can actually get a second game started. But yeah, Mono is that's close to pin Sanchikyu. 2-man Sanchikyu, sorry. Both the 2s that are out are stuck in people's hands and aren't likely to leave, so just 2 in the wall he's waiting on there. But Riichi, Sanchikyu, 2 Dora, Mangan. You can't argue with that. Rigaden decides to keep. I mean, that might end up being a floating tile unless he's identified it as dangerous, which he probably should be doing it, if I'm fully honest on this. But it means the only way he can advance that is by drawing another 2 or another 3. Mind you, the rest of his hands are awkward, so he might just be deciding to just fold out at this point anyway. We shall see. He's folded up with a 7, so yeah, no, Rigaden's folding out, so he's probably not going to play the 2 unless he has no other choice. Or he gets proven safe, which it won't do, and Mono just sumos anyway. Doing his slow delay here, his grandstanding, his emoticons, whichever it was. Grumble, grumble. But yeah, he hits Hanneman with a sumo. So Mono heads up to Shades already. I mean, he had a 400-point lead at the end of the last year. Is he trying to just establish that all on day 1? Because if he is, he's got a reasonable shot of it. Anyway, we should follow Prospero, because I like to follow the dealer. Ah dear. So Prospero's got a 2-draw start. He's on 9,000 points. Needs to make something at his dealer turn, really. White Dragon, pair up top at Starfall. Mono is, again, looking like a reasonable hand. Not as good as his last two, but that, you know. We have a new player Gadabout currently in queue, so we're gonna leave the mono show for now, and we're gonna actually start a game. So currently, this is going to be Tournement, Glassy, Gadabout, and myself. Random seatage. Begin. Good luck all. And we'll just hope that somebody can take points off Mono while we're not observing him. Because, you know, we didn't like the one-horse race last year. That being said, if it happens, it happens. You can't argue with a player who is that dominant if it happens. You can only try and adopt, adapt, and improve. So we're starting dealer with a reasonable but not stellar hand in terms of value. So let's just have... Oh, nope, that's not what I meant to do. Profile. Let's forget about it. Adept 1. Okay, fair enough. I mean, ranking doesn't tell you a lot about a player on Sol, especially if other formats are available and you're more commonly playing on Tenho. And I mean, I think Mono is still technically an Adept 1, so I'm well aware it means almost nothing. But obviously, if you can get to the higher rankings, that means you're good enough to do that. So I have to respect a high ranking if it's shown. Okay, well, we got this as an option, so we'll do it. So, looking at just the Pinfu hand here, if we do draw a 6, we can trade in, go for Tanyo attack instead. In the meantime, just see how things develop. I want to keep this 4-pin just in case, but... okay. Now, we'll get rid of it now. So, this gives us 6, 7, 8, and gives us also potentially a double... I'm never up on my proper turns for these sorts of things, but we have 2 closed weights now that we can potentially use. Draw a discard from Debbie on turn 5. She's played a very awkward start, so I'm wondering if she's gone for something a bit weird. Okay, well that puts us back into the usual 2-4-6, so we'll see. If we draw the middle of either of those two, we're just, well, pretty much there. Actually, no, we're not, are we? I've gone backwards on this because I don't have a pair established. I don't have a pair anywhere. Shouldn't have done that. Second red. Yeah, that's a slight mistake on my part. What if we just go for a middle set or something? I say middle set. She's going for a Chanter style hand, maybe. I mean, our bonuses appear to be out or being removed at a rate of knots, but as you said, no interest in my other discards of this matter, so interesting. Oh yeah, the possible Itsu one. So we draw a 6-9, we go into Reach Itsu Pinfu. I'm going to get rid of the 4 now, just because I feel it's more risky. Downside is, it looks as if I want Sozu tiles, so... And 2 6s have already gone. Still, we'll believe in the power of the possible Itsu. If there's a 6 in the wall, we can draw it. And that is not a 6. I'll even take a 6 from Gladsy at this point just to try and complete the hand. Green safe. 1 safe against everybody who isn't Debbie. Yeah, we'll take the win here. So it's Tsunami. Late game, just trying to secure some points from a draw. And it's never usually, as I say, it's usually never a bad thing to be in Tenpai. And put some pressure on late game. I mean, maybe they'll all fold and I'll get more points than I would for just the Itsu only. So one more turn cycle. I mean, my hand could be Chanter as well, actually. I played a pair of 1s, but it's possible that somebody could be considering that. That looks like a fold from Gadabout. And we survived. Take the auto win off at this point. I get a high take if I win off this, but I don't think Gadabout's going to play a 6 now. Oh, okay. So 2-sided weight. He was waiting on a single 6 pair weight. So, okay. I had the others, so that was secured in hand. 1,500 points. We keep our draw state. I thought he was folding out, but apparently just playing around things. Alright, that is a monster. What the heck is this? Okay. Right. Prepare for nonsense. Well, we'll see. Somebody might beat me to this. This isn't definite by any means. But it's a shiny dealer hand, so we're not going to object. Pair of 5s, so I think Honitsu is now probably where we're going to end up with this. Although, in fairness, we got a 5-6, so if we get the chance to just discard, call, then maybe we'll just get rid of 2 something else instead. But if we don't get the chance to call, then this hand is significantly less good unless we can draw another red. Alright, we're going Honitsu because it allows us to just secure it. Even if we don't get the red, third red, we're gonna be aggressive here. Regrets about being aggressive already. Okay, fine. Fine. We're gonna play around this. Nobody's gonna play the red now. The south now, but they might be. Oh, double reach. Oh, what is this? I mean, come on. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Do I just play North on the basis Glassy wants it? Maybe. I could play 1 because it's a CG to the 4 that was just played, but that is the only king I've got going for it. Yeah. North is safe, thank god. 5 dealing? Nope. Ah, it's a big hand as well. Mangan. So, it wasn't a case of me having the jam there, it was a case of just about everybody had it. That was yeah, that was nuts. 2 fast hands. Oh well. So we're in third, 1,000 points down, 1,000 points from last, 10,000 to make up for Debbie. Moving on. Maybe I went too aggressive too quickly. Maybe I should have committed harder to a Honitsu. Not sure. We didn't have a lot of opportunities to call things in truth, so. Glazzy's also called every single hand up to this point. But we've not seen them actually complete anything as far as I can work out. Cut West. Hello, Larry. How are we doing? Debbie does call West, which is not her current win, so... Triplets or Honitsu? Unfortunate, but... I mean, true. She's dealer, so East is a possibility. All the dragons are still out, except for, well, Hatsu, Haku are technically out. We'll see. I don't really want to push a Honitsu here, but we might be doing that. Okay. So this potentially gives us Toy Toy. Okay, 3 players of gold. Okay, now I gotta worry what Debbie's got, but she's given us 2 Dora. There is a red silly things. I'm trying to work out whether or not we have the ability to chase that silly thing. Getting rid of 4-5 against Debbie is going to be next to impossible. That's the problem I've got, I think. I have 3 definite safe tiles if I want to take them, but... Alright, 4 passes, so we might be getting rid of that now, rather than later. Path to Silly Things is on, Bryce! Path to Silly Things is on! Okay. Ishanten, Yakuman. Yakuman up. 1-so, 8 pin. Come on. 1-so, 8 pin. Darn it! I'm going to deal in with that. Nope. Come on. 1-so, 8 pin. I'll take the win off anybody if it comes to it. This is a monster hand anyway, but... Ah, no Yakuman, but I'm definitely not going to be upset with that at the moment. Bye, for the lead. Ugh. The road to silly things. Oh dear. Alright, we're going to play South to follow up here. Yeah, I was telling you that. Sounds a viable strategy to me. Well, okay, so the jam at least has come back to me. The silly thing paid off. To be fair, if the 4 hadn't been proven to be safe from Gadabout a couple of turns ago, I probably wouldn't have even thought about trying that. But the path opened up, so the road to silly things was available. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to get something like Toy Toy Sananko, which I'm missing I did, but I was hoping to just get that other ways, possibly by calling a set. Yeah. Well, we have to play around that. I played that a couple of turns ago. Is that fine? Am I just giving points back? Oh, please say I'm not giving points back. I mean, to be fair, it was only 2 Dora I knew about, but still, I had Kandor available. There was always a chance of getting more. West is fine. And I think we're all playing the Nageshi game as a defense to this. The only thing we know he probably has is Tanpin stuff. So, therefore, I think playing the denial of Tanpin is the best way here. Do I even want to continue trying with this hand, or do I want to just try and fold out? Don't know. We'll risk the 1 man, though. I only have 1 more for Nageshi. Myself and Gadabout can still try, I guess. Oh, White Dragon's alive. Well, that put pains to that. What do I even have that I can work with here? Not a lot of time is what the main thing. So, yeah, I think we just play 9 and we see... Maybe we'll get lucky and the White Dragon will come out of someone and I can keep this silly Nageshi thing going. 2 9s right before the reach, but that could just be random tiles at that point, given how quick it was. It's probably on a single tile. It's going to be something silly, but it probably is a Tanyo Pinfu style hand. Yeah, I can't risk that. That is all 4 7s, though. So if it's 8, it's a pair weight. Still, it looks like 8's going to be my best bet at this point because I don't have anything else that even remotely works at this stage. Oh, it's an 8 pair weight. Yeah. Oh, and it's a big hand as well. I had nothing else that would work for this, unfortunately. Well, there's 8,000 back. Back to second. Maybe I had some other option there, but I didn't feel the live white was a thing. Everything else was middle and live as well. There were 3 7s. It knew it had to be a pair weight. I knew it probably was going to be a pair weight of some sort. It could have been others. Bah. I'm okay with that. We had a 4 wins draw. I had 2 Dora in hand, but I still had a terrible hand, so I'm perfectly fine with that. Oh, this is what I want to come back to after that. That looks nice. Play red. 1 south has been played, so we might have that as a safety tile for later on. So we're looking at Tanyo Sanchiku here. Tanyo Sanchiku? Tanyo Ipeko. I don't know why I've said Sanchiku. I'm completely not on that. Oh, Dora Green. Fine. Dora 2 then. Whatever we do, Dora 2. I'm probably not going Tanyo anymore. No, it's fine. Don't worry. You're currently the only person queued up anyway, so... Nice. Okay, so we've got Ryan Peiko as a potential answer here. Ryan Peiko, red green dragon would be awesome. I just have to draw a pair of greens or a pair of easts and risk it. Ah, that's extending it back towards normal pin through now. Can still do this though. Come on, give me a green. Well, I mean, that works. Alright, so Glazzy with some momentum. Oh, Debbie had a pair of them, I think, based on that discard. And again, I just don't have anything. So I'm going to play 4 as I already see one, but it's probably a deal in. Nope. Oh, I'm glad 4 passes, because that's what I'm going to have to play now. Slam the 4. With White Dragon, which is Dora Indicator, that's our best bet here. If it comes to it, oddly. Bet sumo happened anyway. Close weight on the 3. But a cheap hand. Puts me below the 30k threshold, though. Double North, West Dora, pair of 9s. This is not a good start, unfortunately. Can't argue with 2 safe tiles. Flavoured drink, huzzah! The best kind of drink, the flavoured ones. Alright. So Glazzy's picked up a cheap win after a Mungan off of me, so is now back out of the safety margin. Somebody's debating for a while on that green. Yep, Ganabout goes for it. We're not going to reciprocate with the north, though. We'll just take 2 safe tiles, because apparently we need them these days. Also, that's green into green from Glazzy. So I'm wondering Honitsu here. Probably less so now, but... Alternatively, we could go for another bit of road to nonsense shenanigans. Still an east round, so it's still possible for us to do something with the east. I don't want to force things yet. I might regret that, though. Fine. Regrets are happening. Because if I call the 4s now, I don't get anything. But giving up 2 calls when I'm going for this kind of hand feels really bad. This might be overplaying things. We'll find out in a few moments. Alright, Honitsu is on, but we have 4 unconnected tiles in this Honitsu. But we have 3 safe tiles for the entirety of the game, so we can potentially work around this depending on how things go. we put the thread up. I'm not sure it's going to be massively listened to, though. Against free calls. Yeah, so 4's basically dead at this point, unless we get something connecting to it. Counter on it 2 across the table. I guess the problem I got now is I need to east or west to become safe. It probably was before all these calls started happening. There's a Tanyo from the dealer, but it's an aggressive Tanyo that they're kind of stuck into now. So I think most of them will lose 1,000, 2,000 points for trying against that. That comes down to, can we draw a pair of east or west, or will one of those be proven safe? Because if that doesn't happen, I don't see what we can do here, because I've got a feeling that one of these will deal in. Gadabout probably has the west. Would be my fourth process on this. Possible Glazzy. Okay, so one call, aggressive. Yeah, that's probably going to be it. And I'm going to regret not going for this earlier. Oh, everybody's open. West has been played, and that's a deal in tile. Yeah. So my thought process was correct. Clearly, Glazzy or Debbie had the Easts. So I was probably stuck with that. Still, I'm in the lead again. I just have to sumo here for a reasonable lead up, for a reasonable hand, and game is mine. We would hope. North to start. Okay, 4 pairs. So back into a 30k game here. We do have 4 currently queued up, which is currently Rise. I'm dealer. We'll go for this. Which is currently Rise, Prospero, Starfall, and Suanko. So are all 4 of you happy to start a game off? Because if you are, I'm about to do this. Sure, I'm not hearing any objections, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Have a game. Good luck all. Yes, this early Toy attack was probably not the best, but I was hoping I'd have an opportunity to call something else at this point. Ideally white. White buys me out of a few troubles. Okay, 2 triplets. But Debbie has Fedora. And It certainly seems like priority on me at the moment. Yeah, so Dora 5 is bad. In its own way. And if the game's gone on this long, somebody almost certainly has a pair of whites, so... Naked Weight is looking like a thing we might have to try and do with this silly hand. Maybe not. There's still a white in the wall, though. South is dodgy, but now we have a root. Fortunately, Debbie also has a root in. 7-pin would be lovely here. South being... That's a good second option, though. South being fine. Yep. That looked risky. Can't send a message. I mean, probably. The message being, this is a terrible position to Khan in. Alright, so Gadabout takes the lead. I lose my last dealer turn just below the 30k threshold. Freehand hands to override things. Maybe we're too aggressive with that, but we've now hit double Dora. So this is where we want to be aggressive. Downside is I've only got one bonus tile in my hand right now. Okay, well, let's just see if we can make something with this. Pair on, draw south. Draw south. Okay, that's a reasonable second prize, actually. Advance the hand. If we can't draw south, advance the hand. Get rid of these two, see where we are. I mean, if we can draw the 4, go cut there, we can potentially make this Tanya, which should be our shortcut. But it'd be so much easier if we just drew the second south. Otherwise, we're going to have to do something like play it in about 3 or 4 turns. Or go for the 1-2-3 Sanchiku, which potentially gives us a downside of having to cut a Dora to make it fit. But options. I say, it'd be so much easier if you just gave me another South game, but you know, you do you. Alright, draw that, play 7. So, completed hand and reach then is the answers we're looking for. I'm probably getting rid of the 1-3 as well at some point. Alright, that's greed, but I feel this is probably something that has to be done. I have to punish a casual Dora discard here, even if it makes my hand slightly worse. I now need the 4. I can't accept the 2 anymore. I'm now going to draw a 2, of course. We also definitely need a 6, so this is gonna get awkward, but that thankfully helps me. There were definite downsides to doing that move, but I think that just showing Dora free as a threat probably makes up for that. We can also call 8, discard 1, still have our potential 5-4 irregular weight here. Hatsu does nothing. Glad he's able to pick up the south wind before we can do anything. South only. Which, I mean, doesn't really do a lot for Glazzy either, in all honesty. It just secures first and second. South 3. Debbie's turn's killed. We have a Dora White, pair of Souths in the west round. This isn't a bad hand, actually, but it's a little awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs now. Maybe we draw a 5th pair and we go 7 pairs with this. 7 pairs on Medora. Maybe I draw a white dragon before that happens and solves all my problems and I just get a toy attack. Who knows? Hi, Rumi. Just debating some nonsense. I mean, we got South. We can do it. But it's very aggressive. Toy, Dora 1, though. I'm going to regret this, but we'll try this line. What have I got to lose at this point? I've got to get Gadabout off the dealer turn anyway, because if Gadabout remains there, I'm just going to fall third from third behind. I could fall to third, but that's fine. It's unlikely I'm going to fall to last. So, yeah, we'll have a go at this. Middle tiles and a bonus tile as our pairs go for Toy. Seems like a move in nobody's playbook except mine right now, but hey. If I restrict some draws, though, it might be something. Naked Weight White Dragon coming up. That's not something I want to hear. That's why we get the West, though. Oh, that's terrible. White Dragon for Tenpai. Oh. That's awful unless Gadabout manages to get there first. Alright, Glazzy goes on the attack, plays a 6. Oh, for God's sake! Alright. We have a call. If I lose this, how much do I lose by? I lose by a ton. I give away a Mungan to just do this. We are doing this. There's no doubt we're doing this. But, dear God, does this feel abysmal. Debbie takes the points. Fine. This is just acceptable. This is acceptable. Now I just have to win. Preferably off of Gadabout. It was always going to happen, but it was always going to be regrets. More regrets! Rinshan, 5. There is no defense. There is only nonsense. And after all that, what am I supposed to give you? How many ones? No ones. 1-5, which is a double. Alright, I upgraded it to Mangan. You're welcome. I secured second with my nonsense. Oh boy. Yeah, you're a bit delayed, Mono. The message has been sent. Oh boy. Well, I mean, that secures second. It doesn't really do a lot to me. Oh boy. Oh well, at least it is. Oh dear, that in review is a terrible set of actions, but it's happened now. I had Tenpai, so I technically Khan is correct in that position, especially a closed one. Try win the game out, but oh dear. We play Mahjong occasionally to have fun, rather than necessarily be the most efficient and good. But yeah, 70k. So I need to hit a Mangan direct. No, actually, no. I need a Hanuman direct hit from Gadabout to take the lead. Otherwise, I'm going second again. Which, I mean, you can't argue with second place, I guess. Well, you could argue with second place, but you know, the result works. I'm just not sure on the methodology in that last game or two. I forced Toy Toy twice tonight, and it hasn't worked either time. I am also out of practice, which is not helping. I haven't played since the free-player Mahjong. What, you mean you actually got a Kokshi? I thought you just got attempts at it. There'd be a big deal if you actually pulled one of these off on a stream at one point. Alright, so what's our best bet here? I mean, Pintu Ipeiko at this point seems like the only realistic option of anything. Hopefully draw 7. Multi-sided weight, 3-6. Ipeiko. Yeah. Other than that, just anything here. We don't have the ability to go quick, though. 9 doesn't change anything, so we'll just get rid of it. Stick on the Nageshi plan. I see potential Nageshi, of course. I mean, 2 players are currently looking at potential Nageshi. That kind of ruins things. Oh, you were talking about Debbie. Ah, no worries. Good draw. So draw of a 7, we just then need to pair something up in the 1 to 5 range. Or hopefully draw a 3, go into a 2-5, and have ourselves... Yeah, that'd be ideal, actually. Draw 7, draw 3, 2-5 reach. 4-6 outs. Once alpha's been played, so I feel that's better than 3 is going to be if we leave that a little later. Draw 3, cut 7, we can then cut 6 or 8 and just go into a normal Pinfu weight if we need to. Unfortunately, Reach Pinfu isn't going to be enough to crack Gadabout, but it would secure second at this point. Ishanten then. Any low Pinzitar pretty much gets us there. Free 6. How many have I got on a free 6? I have 6. I don't necessarily have to reach, but I suppose I might as well go for the off chance. I mean, the thing with this reach here is that I don't think 2 hands is going to be enough to overtake Gadabout, but I might be able to get into fold if it doesn't work out. So, we'll see. I could always Ipatsu as well, so no, Ipatsu's gone. So, Reach Pinfu is all I've got, unless I can hit her at 2. Unfortunate. But hey, attack's still happening, so Gadabout is getting greedy for points. Might mean he's more inclined to play a free 6, although admitting that I don't see why he would against my current discard pool. Attacking or not. I mean, he's got enough of a lead that he doesn't need to worry about it, but if he wants to play aggressive, I mean, grandstanding is a thing that you can do. I'm just going to take advantage of it, I guess. Because now he's made the call and he's paused, so he's obviously thinking about things. Is that discarding a red pair, maybe? Or is he just actually going for it? Well, I take the win anyway. Yeah, it was a little risky, given the lead. I mean, in fairness, it was probably risky enough for me to reach in the first place, because I wasn't going to get enough points to crack Gadabout's lead. I've now got it to a Hanneman chance. I need a Hanneman at this point. Yeah, I need a Byman off anybody, or I need a Hanneman off of Gadabout's Direct Mungan. That'd be 8/8. Actually, no, Direct Mungan would work. Yeah, no, okay. That puts it in Direct Mungan range. Yeah, beforehand it was Direct Hanneman needed. Now it's Direct Mungan, so it has been approved. Itsudora Pinfu. Yeah, there we go. Got it. We have our route to victory here. Reach, Itsu, Dora, Pinfu, one other. I guess it's the Hanneman Sumo, which should be enough. I can't win a Hanneman direct hit off anybody here, though. But we can ignore that and go for a Sumo, I suppose. We're also 18 up on everybody else, so we don't have to worry about playing safe here against these two. We also have the potential to calm the 5s, I guess, as well. Okay. Could also just get rid of 3/5, have that as our pair, and then go from that, I guess, since we now got 2 Dora. So Reach, Pinfu, Itsu, Dora, Hanneman. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're going to probably get rid of 3/5 as our next 2. I hope to draw 3/6. The possible Itsu. It's been a long while since you've had a good, proper possible Itsu that has been successful, of course. Right and proper, of course, as all Itsus are, I guess. But, you know, go on. This would be a good way to counterattack and actually get a good win at the end of this. I'm good for second, so there's no reason to me not to attack this. There's still no reason not for me to attack this, but, you know. Debbie winning a big hand here would be okay. Okay. 19-1. I can't give her the direct hit here because that would potentially screw things up. That being said, I've got no safe tiles, so I'm just going to take my 3 out. See what happens. So, no Ipatsu. We know where one of the Dora is. Well, 2 of the Dora, actually. Then we just got to play the 5 here, but we got it, basically. Come on. Reach. Is that dealing? Nope. Come on. Nope. Somebody's debating 2 safe tiles here. Come on, then. We can. This can be done. Another 6. I thought Debbie's on a silly weight, but... Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3. There's 1 left. Okay, well, some things don't happen the way you want them to, unfortunately. But we could calm this still. The 5's still out there. We could calm this and get the door that way. Ipatsu! Off the right target. Come on, Mangan. Yes! Got it. That was not the way we drew that up, but hey. It's enough. Ipatsu! Oh dear. That was dodgy. I assumed you that was dodgy. I assume you must have had something. I've got to be honest, when I review that game later, that's going to be one that I'm going to cringe at for the last couple of hands. But, I mean, as stated, given Debbie and Glazzy direct Mangan wouldn't have actually changed my position, it's probably worth the attack. Anyway, that's probably going to be my last one for the moment. I'm going to, however, review this game that's currently going on. Watch the end of that, and then I will tally up points. If other people do want to have a game, feel free to queue up. If I see 4 people, I will start another game off. So, we're currently watching Suanko, who is not the dealer, so we're going to be switching to Rise, who has changed his avatar, I think. I don't know who this person is. Anyway, so, East 4, and it's a 30k game. So, Rise with a slight lead, but not enough to secure the win at this point. Suanko looking reasonable. Ipeco, or at least a multi-pair thing, still a bit of way to go. Starfall, a couple of loose tiles, but looks pretty close. 2 away, I think. And Prospero Ishanten. Okay, so we have Rigden, Kung Pao, and Larry currently queued up. If we have one more, we can get another game set up and off. But I'm probably done for the time being. All right, Mangan for Rise as dealer puts himself into a solid lead. And in a tight game, sometimes that's enough to just secure it. So, still with Rise. I mean, not a great opener, in all honesty. But if he gets rid of these 3 and has reasonable shape, possible that he does something with that. Suanko's hand looks decent. A couple of loose tiles, but yep, reasonably happy hand. Gets rid of a 9. Starfall's hand is good, and Prospero a little behind. So I think between Suanko and Starfall in terms of top hands at the moment, but we'll see what Rise ends up once he has got rid of all his loose tiles. So one complete sequence and a pair, a couple of loose middle tiles, a couple of loose edge tiles. 7 things to do. That's an advancement for Prospero. So let's get rid of his 7, 9, and 2. So I'm not sure what he's currently working on there, in all honesty. Completed run. Possibly a double run there because he's got the 3-3-4 shape. And 1 Dora, which I guess he doesn't want to play. Rise, though, has just hit Dora 2, so his hand's gone up. Yeah, Starfall's still looking reasonable. It's a good hand. It's just looking a bit odd now. All right, so Rise is in the Ishanten 7 pairs double Dora position, which is certainly a good one to be in if you can arrange it. Has dropped a pair of white dragons now, though. Although, admittingly, it was still correct to get rid of them at the time. This hand did not look 7 pairs-ish. But can Rise finish this off? As if he can, this is probably... I mean, the last hand could have been game-winning. If he pulls off this, it probably is game-winning. You can then just play safe for the rest of the game and just, you know, ride things out. Let's see. 79 Sanch Q potential. Sorry. 6, 7, 8 Sanch Q for Suanko potentially. And Reach from Prospero, waiting on the 1-5 pair weight. Okay, so Rise sensibly deciding to cut Dora, going for Ipeco double pair weight, maybe. He thinks the 2 so will pass, which it's not guaranteed to do. This is a tricky one. Goes for the 9, edge tile, assuming it's a Tarn pin based on the initial discards, I guess, which, yeah, could be. Rise back to his... I can't see what he actually took. Oh, he got traded 6 for 9. Yeah, okay. West, he knows, is safe from Starfall last round. 2 safe tiles for Rise as well from that, so he's safely through the game if he wants to be. 6 is dodgy, and yeah, that's him probably out of this unless he can incidentally hit Tenpai later. So who's still attacking? Suanko seems to have folded. Starfall might still be going for things. We don't know. There's only one... Actually, that was the last tile that Prospero can win with a sumo. So... yeah, so there's no tiles left in the wall for him to draw. They're all out. But, of course, no way for anybody else to know his weight's currently dead. And it's Starfall... well, he probably wouldn't play the 5 here. But that's kind of the best bet for terms of who's going to play anything. Unless Prospero decides... sorry, not Prospero. Unless Rise decides to drop the 1 pair as for safety reasons. But it doesn't look as if... Prospero's played 2 high Pinzu and that's it. So 1 pin is not safe against that at all. So it looks like it's just going to be a draw state win for Prospero. There we go, 1-5 pairweight. So not a bad dealer turn at all for Rise, you have to say. Right, following Suanko. Okay, so Dora completed set, potential 7-8-9 Sanchikyu, I suppose, potential 6-7-8 Sanchikyu. 1 south now that we're entering the south round. Starfall has a pair of easts and a pair of whites, and he's only 3 tiles away from going for a Honitsu, so might be a consideration from there. Prospero has a little bit of a messy hand, but west is obviously bonus tile for him, and a pair of norths could always be useful somewhere. And what has Rise got for this one? Yeah, Rise's hand looks decent. A couple of sequences already done. A couple of loose Pinsy tiles, but otherwise pretty good. So Suanko decides to cut the 7 here rather than go for the loose 8-4, which I guess makes sense. That is, though, accelerating Prospero into Tenpai on the 4-7 for a white dragon only to stake the dealership. Calling to be dealer is almost never a bad idea. But obviously he's given up the value of potentially going for a Honitsu, but, you know, I can understand why he's decided that's fine. He's in 2nd place, so just making sure he's securing that position is probably valuable enough to him. Does he go into the pairweight? No, decides that's fine. 4-7 probably better on balance. Although, as I've commented, 4-7 seems to be the one that never pays off. For whatever reason, people are more willing to discard 3-6s than 4-7s. Okay, Rise reaching on a 3-6. So now we are in that 3-6 versus 4-7 scenario I mentioned. So we might find out. Suanko has a potential counter-attack here as well. Is this going to be a triple reach? No. I was about to say they weren't on the same weight, but if they were, head bump is on under this rule set, so... Oh, Starfall's giving it up. Decided to play it safe. Decided it wasn't worth pushing the 2 against that, which makes sense. So Rise is looking very strong right now, with that having been done. Although Starfall might counter into... No. I was about to say, you only play the 1 because that was the reach tile. Anything else around that is probably risky. Suanko's got to be out with that 5-pin, 5 draw. So, yeah, I feel this is all looking at... This game's just looking Rise all over. Triplet of the Easts. Suanko can't really play that against it. Plays there. Starfall's run out of safe tiles, I think, with this. Thankfully, the only tile you can deal in on is the 6-pin. Why was the 5 played out of interest? I'm trying to... I mean, he's played 9-7. Starfall, if you're in the chat and not listening to me, can you just... obviously, if you can remember as well, don't worry about your current game if you're busy, but can you justify why the 5-pin was discarded out of that lot? I'd have probably said the 1 was probably the one I would play, if only because I saw 2 of them, but... It feels more dodgy than other things you had in tiles. Of course, he might have run out of time, which is the other thing. Prospero picks up the win. I mean, Rice had played 9-7, but I'm not sure if that's gonna... I don't know. It's fine. I can understand why he did that because he only had the 1. He had no more knowledge of tiles at that stage, and attacking it was a little dodgy with 2 calls. But I mean, he is secured second, so from trying to secure second place rather than go for the win, I guess, is the play there. I mean, I've mentioned this philosophy as well with sort of all-in style, all-in plays in poker. If you've put a lot of money in the pot, it's worth you almost trying to finish the hand, even if you think you're in a losing position, just because you might as well take the risk that the money you've lost is just either... If you just decide to fold halfway through aggressively going for a hand, you've lost that money for no benefit. If you keep going with it, there's a chance the other guy's bluffing as well. Or his bad hand, or your bad hand beats his bad hand, and I think it's just kind of a similar position there with 2 calls against the Riichi. I have to say though, Rice has just won the last 3 hands, so maybe it's a momentum consideration, but just felt like he definitely didn't have it. He hadn't played any Manzi tiles either up to that point. His hand was Manzi. You could probably read that from what he had, so. I can understand the attempt at fold, and I can understand the going for it, but I'm more confused by the 5-pin discard during the folding game. Still, I've not been commenting on this game, and it looks like Starfall has bailed on a half 2-3 there. Guess you don't want to get rid of the 5, or you've got something else in mind. Well, Swanko's on 9-4, so it's not impossible that the game just ends in one hand, but it's not the point where you'd normally worry about that. You normally worry about players sub 8,000. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. He's not telling us the answers, so he might not even be listening, so it's all good. I'm just trying to do some reasonable analysis, and honestly, I don't mean to pick on you if it sounds like I am. I'm not, because as I say, I understand the decisions, and I'm not playing the game at that point. But it's just me trying to understand as I'm doing commentary on it. And obviously, I have knowledge of what the other people have. You don't, so. And Mono does like his attack Mahjong, so, you know. We have a possible Itsu from Prospero. Ishanten, possible Itsu, and Rise is again off, reaching up a storm there, which he does need because he needs the 5-pin. But this feels like bullying the table rather than a reach for value here. He's already got a 22,000 point lead. So Prospero calls for Tenpai, takes the Itsu White Dragon weight. So 4-7. I mean, it's fine. Points are points, and it's about fun. I just feel like you don't necessarily need to be going for this. If you're reasonably certain you've got a safe discard, I think the 8 with a 2-5 played, he doesn't want anything in that octave, so that's reasonable to at least call for Tenpai and see if you can snipe something. That 6 was a gamble though, so I think Prospero might. Well, he could have played the 2 6s. He could even have gone for Honitsu there, which actually would follow in the plan a bit more. He'd have upgraded the hand to a more valuable one, and he had 2 definite safe tiles, rather than committing to the I must have the possible Itsu for things. Alright, so this is Starfall running out of time. Yeah, I mean, I can be reasonably sure Rise doesn't want Manzu based on what he's discarded, but I still feel that you could have... I don't know. I'd have tried to push the Honitsu at this point rather than the Itsu. Oh, and Starfall struggling on time as well. See, if you'd have kept the 6 earlier, this would have been absolute boon to you. Yeah, if he'd have changed Su, got rid of a 6 in that position, he'd have been Tenpai for a Honitsu Dragon instead of dealing in. Well, Rise has Shades. Will he get to keep them, though? Well, let's find out. So, Prospero with a bit of a rough start. Rise also has finally got a rough start as well, by the look of it. Suanko looks reasonable. Triplet, pair. Looks like Starfall's got the best starting hand of anybody here, but all of these are a little rougher than the last couple of hands. Rise, all your jammer belong to me. Well, Prospero, double Dora though. Potential comeback chances, I guess. But the march of Rise goes on. Double run, pair, Dora. Other hands are close to being developed, but of course we've got to keep the momentum going, haven't we? Definite table bullying. Alright, I'm going to queue up the last game, but as I've said, I'm not going to necessarily be taking part anymore. So currently, it's who wants the game at this stage. I'm going to put Reed on him because he's been waiting. And then I might just do roll-offs for the rest of them if people want one more. However, I'm going to stop the stream after this one. This will be counted for results. I just now need to find my darn dice. There we go. Okay, let's roll for this one. 20 means it's get about based on that. Then you do d6. If you survive, you'll be out. Okay, fair enough. I'll then remove you and put the other 3 in. There you go. That game is started. Okay. Meanwhile, what's been going on? Rise has got the Tenpai while I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, waiting on a 6-9. Prospero, I think, is looking at 7 pairs. Or Suanko, hopefully. Who knows? Actually, while we do that, let's go tournament settings. So I'm going to be putting on the auto matching for a little bit if people want to continue. But I'll turn that off when I get up tomorrow and do the tables. Alright, Prospero drawing another 6. Is he just going to get rid of a 9 here? No, gets rid of the 8 instead, so he's playing safety. What do you mean there's a mountain to climb? You were dominating. You had Shades number at the start of your... Before I left your watching your stream, you had Shades. And it was still early. Did you just run out of jam the moment I stopped watching you? Alright, well, last hand then. Let's see if Rise can just finish this off quickly or if anybody else is going to secure victory here. A few interesting bits and pieces going on. Unfortunately, Suanko's hand looks a little cluttered. Starfall might have a quick attack here. Prospero has 2 Dora, so we'll see. Has Starfall gained or lost any points this game? Because that's quite amazing. And besides which, Mono, regarding the mountain, it would only take you having a couple of good sessions and then suddenly that mountain is back. That mountain appeared suddenly over the period of 2 weeks and then it just stayed there. There's no reason to believe it won't happen again at some stage. Alright, Bond from Starfall. Decides not to Khan, so he is thinking about securing second. Which I guess makes sense. What does he actually need to... He needs a Yakuman to overhaul that. Yakuman Sumo as well. Can't even win a Yakuman off the other players. So, yeah. I don't think he's in the mood to Khan things. He should, probably. But, you know. Kakashi from 5. Absolutely. And he's already Tenpai with that, I guess. Although, actually, no. Was he Tenpai with the 8 discard? I completely missed if he was or not. If he was in Tenpai from the 8 discard, he should have Khan'd. Or Tenpai without the 8. You know what I mean. Maybe he called and then couldn't Khan. I wasn't entirely following the sequence of events. That might have been the case. So there's no sense in taking away your Tenpai to do it. And there we go. Prospero takes the win. Tossero takes the deal in. Starfall takes some points. Yeah, there we go. I'd say I wasn't fully paying attention, so I wasn't certain on that. There we go. So he could have Khan'd. But then he wouldn't have drawn the 8, so... Alright, Starfall picks up 1,000 points, and that is game 64 for Rise. Well, that was fun, guys. There is another game that's currently going on, but I'm not going to watch that. I will add it, however, to the logs once it is done. Thank you for joining me. Tars of Confusion is back, and I will see you all next week. So, indeed, jam does occasionally happen, and all that matters is when it happens, you eat it. You don't waste jam. Wasting jam is not allowed in this stream. Until next time.